All right, y'all, we back. About to get this oil pan off. The owner brought all the parts that I'm gonna be putting back on there. If y'all can see them back here in the corner. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this oil pan off. Go ahead and take the new one up so I'm not working upside down when I go to mask this off, the oil pan off. So what I want to do is get this one off, tape up the new one, and then install it back on here after I clean the head around here. So what I'm gonna do is take this one off, clean around here real good, obviously, because this this one has a cork on it, which I don't like. I believe he bought that same kit. Uh, I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna throw some RVT sealant on it also, which I don't know if that's recommended, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I don't really like cork gaskets. But I'm gonna get this off and clean this up. Again, I'm not gonna be going through the whole process with y'all. I'm just gonna get it started, cut it off, cut y'all back on when I'm cleaning it, just in case you at home want to try to do this. You know, you can do it or do it on your own. You know, but somebody out there might be like, hey, how he do that? And here we go. I see that being used. All right, right now I'm just trying to get this old gasket off without dropping too many particles or pieces of it down in the block. So not messing anything up. And normally I would suggest to change out or put a new oil pump in it while you like have it open, because this old motor, you never know. But you know, if I go to suggestion, I'm not working on people's cars. I don't, you know, yeah, I like doing it, but it's also a means of getting paid. So, you know, I don't try to add jobs, but it beats putting the motor all back together and then going to start it and realizing your oil pump don't work. So I put one in my 350 small block while I had it all taken apart. And that's just stuff you learn along the way. You know, why not do it while you get it all taken apart? So he's probably gonna watch this and be like, well, you didn't suggest it. One reason is I'm trying to get it done and I don't want to keep adding jobs. I'm pretty sure this one's fine. It's not too likely that oil pumps go bad, but it does happen.
But I still know some thugs in the south, and I'm
Alright, I'm just going to take some of this degreaser and this gently used Scotch pad and clean the base of where the oil pan goes at. This is doing two jobs at one, cleaning it and degreasing it. You got to remember to keep turning your rag as much as possible, as if not, you're just going to be wiping oil that you wiped off back onto the block. You'll never get it clean. So if you see me doing that, that's what I'm doing. In certain spots, it don't matter because I'm going to probably clean it 3 or 4 more times, but these, where the oil pan sits, I want that as clean as possible. So, but this block that's around where the base of the motor, the oil pan sits, I need that clean too, so I ain't cleaning around it once I get the new oil pan on it. I want to do as less cleaning as possible once that new part is on there, which is also why I went ahead and prepped it or masked it off, put tape on it, so I'm not trying to do it while it's sitting upside down again. I'll probably clean these freeze plugs out 3 more times because that's getting painted as well. But just as long as there's no like active or present oil present on the motor while I'm sealing it and getting ready to prep it for paint, I want it as clean as possible, which is almost impossible when you're dealing with oil and grease that's been caked on the motor for years. But that's one thing I'm good at, is detailing and cleaning and getting shit where it's supposed to be able to paint it. I could have grinded on this damn block for another 2 or 3 days, but it's pretty much a never-ending situation when you're trying to get a block as clean as possible. I damn near got it down to its original form. It looked like it was at least 3 coats of paint on it. I don't know if there was a primer on it or not, but I've seen 3 different shades on the damn thing. Which I'm sure somebody tried to paint. If you can look at the valve covers, they look like they have black paint all over it, so. Use my last little clean spot for this corner right here. Shit. That wasn't smart, Nate. Yeah, I need to grind in there some more. There's a lot of black paint right here. Not much, but I said a lot, but after I dry it off, it doesn't really look like rust. It's like surface rust. Could be a combination of both, but I'm still gonna grind it. Once I get the oil pan back on it. All right, y'all. I got it as clean as I can get it. Well, not really, but I'm about to use my favorite cleaning agent, acetone, to try to get that final grease off of it. Got a different rag, clean rag. Again, you want to do the same thing while doing this. You want to keep flipping your rag around. Because anything that you get, especially oil, any oil or grease that you get off of this one section, all you're going to do is spread it. The acetone will clean it, but it's only going to clean it off the surface, not the rag. Trying to stay as far away from that oil part as I can. Dipping that rag off in there. I don't know why I keep cleaning that hole. I've cleaned the shit out of that hole and the gasket doesn't even sit there. And get around this little corner. I'm gonna find a different area on my rag. I'm probably gonna wipe this a couple more times before I actually seal it. Put the new pan on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down to about right here. Before that way I can just utilize the acetone that's still on it. You know, when something's clean on a motor, when it's not slippery no more. That's how I look at it. It doesn't necessarily look clean. Well, to me, this motherfucker look real clean. Like, I'll clean the shit out of this. I'm gonna actually go ahead and go on around before I cut y'all off with this one spot, then start back from this area, and then, well, I'm not wasting my acetone. So kind of give it like a double cleansing. And that damn cork gasket was caked on her. It took me a second to get it off. I scraped and scraped and scraped. I'm also gonna do the bottom of this block too before I put that oil pan on it, so I'm not worrying about doing it, touching it. And I didn't show y'all, but I grinded it around it some more, like I said I was. It's almost impossible to get this thing completely free of rust and paint, but I think I'm doing a good job. Look at that right there. It's almost factory. All right, I'm gonna finish cleaning this thing, and I'll cut y'all back on when I get ready to seal it and put the oil pan back on. All right, y'all, so ran into a problem. I got these bolts in it because I want to make sure that he had the right gasket. And I don't know if y'all remember me saying, but I do not like cork gaskets at all. I was taught very young that they're not good. So if you can see, and I'm assuming this is weather related. It's the right gasket, but I'm assuming that over time, the weather just makes these shrink. So I'm pulling on it to get it to match up or line up. And pulling on it and trying to stretch it at the same time. So if anybody knows about putting gaskets on, after you put that sealant on it, and all right, see, it helped here. I've had these on for about 30, 45 minutes. It's actually helped here because these holes right here wasn't even matching up, but it's this one. So what I don't want to do is have to worry about this bullshit when I have the sealer on it, or the RTV on it, and having to worry about me missing the hole. You know, I don't want to go through it. So I'm waiting on the owner to get the one that I would have suggested, which is a blue, I believe it's Velcro is the brand name of it. So I'm going to get him to get that because I'm not trying to, I could have already had this on here. Like, this is exactly why I don't fuck with cork. And I've never, crazy thing is, I've never used cork, but I was taught that these are the issues that corks have. They leak, so they just basically soak up the oil and they start leaking out. Like, they're not meant for long-term use. See, there's no way I would be able to get that oil pan lined up on her and get this hole, get a bolt in that hole. See, I'm fighting. It's either get that one and miss that one. And it's got that big space in there right there. I could seal it, put sealer on it, but I'm not gonna do that. Like, this gasket should reach all the way to this part. So I'm gonna wait on him to get the new gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and prep this for paint because I told him I was gonna try my blue paint that I might use on my car. And I'm gonna prep that, and I'm not gonna show y'all, you know, what I'm doing. I'm gonna basically just put a black base coat on it, and I have this heat lamp which is throwing off a lot of heat on it, so I'm not really worrying about it. I'm good there. It's pretty warm around it, so yeah, I'm gonna get this painted, and I'm gonna cut y'all back on and show you working with. Hopefully he's already brought the new gasket on. New gasket. You see, I've already have this one back. I mean, this one on there, just sitting on there to make sure everything's gonna line up before I start sealing shit. And I'm glad I did, because if I'd have threw that sealer on there, I'd have been pissed trying to get this damn gasket, because once you put sealer on something, you don't want to waste it. So I'm glad I brought it out here. I have the oil pan in the house because it's so cold in here. I don't want to be trying to put cold RTV on it. So I got that in the house so it'll at least be room temperature and not freezing cold, because it's cold out here in this garage. But all right, y'all, I'm going to get this painted and then cut y'all back on. All right, y'all, we back. It's the next day. As you know, nothing ever goes as planned, but I did get the harmonic balancer painted in that blue I was telling you all about that I might use on my car. But yeah, he finally bought the new gasket, and it's so much better to have the right shit. I swear it is. I'll show y'all what I was gonna have to use, and it just would have been a mess. But there's that harmonic balancer that I painted last night. The color's so cold, I swear it is. I can't wait to put it on my car. But anyway, there's the new gasket. It's not on there. It's just sitting on there. I'm gonna run a bead of RTV around it, silver around it. RTV, yeah. I'll be using this stuff right here. I'm gonna run a bead around it. Give it that added protection. These gaskets are really good. That's why I kept recommending it to him, but he had already ordered that kit. And the kit, it was a nice kit except for the parts that needed the protection the most was this bullshit quirk shit that I showed y'all already. And I hated it. I mean, you can still, I tried my best to flatten it out and try to stretch it and all types of shit. And these right here are the rings that go around the, right behind the harmonic balancer and the transmission, which these are pretty good, but they're not connected. You know, they don't connect it, so you have to do that little seal shit in between the gasket and that part. And this one is just, it's one whole piece. You know what I mean? And that's so much better than having a piece shit together and glue it together or seal it together. So I'm gonna get set up and get started. I got the oil pan in the house, so it's freezing cold in this garage. But I got the oil pan in the house so it doesn't have that cold feel to it when I put that sealer on, and it'll adhere to it a lot better. So it's not like it's damn motor. You know, it's the motor, the block's cold. I got this heat lamp on it. And this damn thing, it throws off a lot of heat, believe it or not. So the motor to touch is probably room temperature, like, I don't know, between 60, 65 degrees right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get set up and get this sealer put on here and turn y'all back on. Well, get set up and then I'll start putting the sealer on and get the oil pan put on. All right, y'all. So again, it's already spewing out. I'm using this stuff right here. Damn it. What's in some waste in it? Because it started coming out because I squeezed on it. Just down top on here. Anyway, I mean, there's really no set way to get this stuff on here. I just like to get it close to the edge of where the gasket sits, like right inside of the motor. Around all the bolt holes. Just want to get a nice little line, a bead going. Oil pan. I'm gonna take some of this Scotch Brite. I wish I'd have thought about it before I put that first seal down, but I should catch it before it dries too good. But anyway, anytime you're dealing with chrome parts, you want to scruff them up anywhere it needs to be sealed, because you know it's common sense that if it's shiny and slippery, it's not going to seal that well. So you just want to scuff it up a little bit in the most crucial areas. I know y'all not getting all of this, but I should have done this before or showed y'all this before, because I'm pressed for time now. It don't take much though. Just want to get that shiny layer off of it. And of course clean it. I'm gonna finish doing this and put y'all back on. Alright. Had to do a rush job, y'all. I forgot to scuff it up before I started, but if you're wondering why I put the blue RTV on it, RVT, TVR, I wasn't gonna have enough gray, and I realized that right before I started putting the gray or putting the seal on it. So yeah, I had to use blue. Anyway, let's get this bad boy on here. I need to hurry and get these bolts in. It's only been like about 6-7 minutes since I cut y'all off. Trying to find a good spot to grab this thing without dropping it. Don't tell me that. Wait a minute, y'all. Oh my God. Motherfuck. Fuck. God damn. His damn oil pan. I mean, oil filter is too goddamn tall for this. Fuck! I know it doesn't go this way, or does it? Wait a minute. No, it doesn't. It fucking doesn't. No, it goes this way. Yeah, look. God damn it. It's not gonna fucking go on there. This is too high. Fuck. And it can't go on this way because of the, I don't know if y'all can see this, but that little wave, or not wave, but how it shoots out that way, well, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna fucking work. Fuck. Let me figure this out. I'll cut y'all back on. Alright y'all, so I took the old oil screen off, oil filter, whatever you want to call it. This long ass thing that was on her. And got a short one, which should solve my problem, right? Fingers crossed. Now, to prevent me from having to clean all this off, I went ahead and threw the bolts in there so the gasket, the bottom of the gasket can get sealed on the block. Now, I'm gonna have to clean the sealer or RVT, RTV, whatever, off of the oil pan because it had already started hardening up. So I'm gonna probably wait a few days, not a few days, but a day, let that harden all the way up. That way I can just peel it all the way off. I'll show y'all in a minute, but let me get this back on here first. And for whatever reason, this one came with a damn gasket. There wasn't even a, oh, wait a minute. Duh me, there is one on here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just throw this on right quick and make sure that oil pan still gets on her because I was still a little worried about it. You see me? I didn't even check my camera. I just turned the damn thing on. Yeah, y'all got me. I should have gloves on, but trying to hurry up. I'm so behind on this motor. It's like problem after problem with this damn thing. But that's how it goes when you, this was a pickup. Came off of a Ford F-150 motor. So of course everything's gonna be smaller for the 71 Ford Torino. And I should have figured that out just by the look of it. I should have known that that damn oil screen was too big before I even, it was really my fault for not checking, but that's how shit works. I'm tighten that too much. I talked to the owner, Juan, and I was a little upset, not at him, about the situation. That's probably him texting me. Because I hate when shit doesn't go as planned. Because I should have already had this paint, at least the base coat on it, on the block already. But, you know, I called him out of frustration and tried to explain to him that, you know, and then I thought the oil pan was wrong, but I measured the wrong end of it. So I haven't been able to talk to him to tell him that I was wrong. But anyway, here's the oil pan. See, it's already hardened up. So I'm not gonna smash it on there because I don't want it to get on the flip side of the gasket. I'm just gonna make sure this oil pan is gonna go on here. And like I said, I'm gonna wait and see if I can get this shit cleaned off of here. And just like that, voila. So I'm gonna get this shit cleaned off. Y'all don't need to see me do that. Oh shit. I'm gonna get all that cleaned off, and then I'll cut y'all back on when I go to finally put it on there. All right, y'all, we back. I ended up, see, all right, I ended up putting that new filter in there, as I showed y'all. And I set bolts in this gasket. I did not want to have to clean that RVT off of it, or sealant off of it, because it would have took me too long. But I ran bolts in it all night and let it dry. There's a bolt sitting right there. I just took them out. Here's the other ones. But, and I did clean off the oil pan though. I wasn't going to reuse that. So I did clean off the oil pan. It's sitting inside the house, so it's not freezing cold when I go to attach it back on here. But yeah, drop in the comments if you think I should have cleaned all this off, which I wouldn't have cared if a licensed mechanic would have came back and told me to take that off. I wouldn't have done it because it's just way too much to do, and not to mention I'm so scared of dropping stuff inside of this block. So I wasn't gonna clean it regardless. So I'm pretty sure, I'm very positive of my work, that this is like stuck to it really good and it's not gonna leak at all. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm gonna run a bead of RVT on this gasket, and if I get it next to that all the way around, I'm gonna go around the bolts and all of that all the way up through here and throw that oil pan back on there, that it'll definitely not leak. So I'm that sure of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna cut y'all back on. I'm gonna get set up, put some gloves on, and cut y'all back on. Y'all can watch me work. I'm just gonna clean this gasket off with some acetone, just to get the surface clean again, because I'm not sure if I got any oil or anything, putting those bolts on here, fingerprints, anything. I just want to make sure there's a good contact on here. Beat the odds of it leaking from not taking the gasket all the way off. Not to mention, I had to put one of the old bolts in here because the oil pan wasn't on there when I put the bolts in, so the bolts wasn't driving all the way down to make it tight because it didn't have that pan to stop it from screwing in. So I had to put a shorter bolt on it, which was an old greasy bolt. So I just want to make sure it's cleaned off. And this lamp, I don't know if I've already said that, but this lamp isn't here for light. It's here for heat. It throws off a lot of heat. Try not to step in this damn oils down here. Like I said, I'm just gonna run around the line of where, right outside of where the gasket runs into the block. after going through all that yesterday, I realized I shouldn't have put the gasket on the oil pan anyway, because this part right here, I don't know if it would have lined up. So I figured I'd do it this way today. And that way I would definitely hit it. I'm trying to get this bead, I don't know, measurement wise, at least a 1/4 inch thick all the way around it, without no gaps in between. Like I said, y'all, I'm not a professional, but I'm going on my past experiences from what I've been taught, some I've learned on my own through older mechanics that I've just been around all my life. Didn't go to school for this. I don't have a certificate, or I'm not certified. Some of it's just common sense. You can do it yourself. I like to think everything's in prep work. Like if you clean everything and prep it right, you can't go wrong. I think I'm gonna hit this, I don't know what this gasket is called. I mean, it's called a gasket, but the other kit, it was separate. Which I didn't like that at all, because anytime you do that separate gasket shit, you risk a chance of it blowing out. And this shit doesn't dry as quick as I thought. I had to leave that. I didn't want to try to clean it off. I don't know if it would have been easier. If anybody knows, drop a comment and let me know if it would have been easy for me to take it off while it was still wet. But anytime I've had to deal with this shit, I like for it to be dry so you can just peel it off. That was how I was able to get a lot of it off, by just peeling it off. Some of it was still wet, like it had a layer like it was dry, but then on the inside of the layer it was still wet, which made a mess. So it took me a while, like no bullshit. It took me about 3 hours. And there's still some on it in the crevices, and I'm not really worried about that. What I'm worried about is the flat contact part on the gasket and the oil pan, which is where it connects at. But there's indentions in it. I think they do that to keep the oil that does seep through from traveling. I don't know. And this is all me speculating and guessing, y'all. But, and common sense too is what I'm figuring. I'm running low, but I'm gonna make it. I wanna run another bead around this, I don't know, hoop, loop. Or as my daughter say, a loopity loop. Places. Where it's thin at. I'm going back. I missed a couple spots or made a couple spots thinner. I don't know why I didn't think of this yesterday and put it on here first, because that would have saved me so much time. Even though, now actually, if I'd have did it like this yesterday, I'd have had to take this whole thing off. I just thought about that. That would have been ugly. Trying to clean a damn gasket. Full of RTV. And I know I keep fucking the name up, y'all. What's that shit called? Is it RVT or RVT? One of them damn two. Damn it. Trying to make sure ain't no low spots on her, y'all. I'm not worried about this shit. I don't know why I thought this shit dried super fast, but it doesn't. As long as it makes contact. But then, hell, I feel like it's cool as it's not really cold in here no more, because I've been running this. I made sure I got this damn garage good and warm. And it is a attached garage, so it's not like I have no heat. And I haven't opened the garage door up all day. I'm just making sure I don't have no low spots, y'all. Probably OCD. The guy I'm doing this motor for says I have OCD because how I keep my garage or everything tidy. I just don't like working in a mess at all. These oil spots that's on the floor ain't where I got an agent, a cleaning agent that's actually for garage floors that cleans the shit out of it. It leaves a green stain, but after a while it goes away. And that's what I love about it. Double check. See? Super low right here. I ain't gonna leave it there. All right, I'm gonna get this oil pan and cut y'all back on. All right, y'all. Here's the oil pan. As you can see, it's cleaned up pretty good. I scrubbed it back up and took some acetone, cleaned it back off. Like I said, still got some stuck in certain areas, but I'm not worried about that. As long as those flat areas, it's clean, trust me. As long as the flat areas where it makes contact is clean. There we go. Believe it or not, y'all, this tape helped me out a lot too. Oh shit. Alright, let me stop doing that because it's just moving back and forth acting retarded. Alright, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna alternate how I put these in. Yeah. I should try to do it by hand first. Oh shit, it's not lined up. That's why I said I was gonna stop pushing on it. I don't know what the torque is on this, but I'm just gonna tighten down. All I'm doing, there's bigger bolts on this, on the front and the back. I don't know why, but I figured it out, or we figured it out later. This tape's getting in the damn way, but I didn't want to have to worry about taking it off, so I went ahead and done it, even though wait a minute. That called for a small bolt, maybe. I'll figure out where these bigger holes are. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a crisscross pattern so one end doesn't get pushed down farther first. Crisscross and back and forth, or front and back. Oops. That doesn't go there. I'll do that later. This damn tape keeps folding over. There we go. What I should have done, pushed all the bolts in first. With my hand, and then did this shit. So I'm just gonna put them down with this impact, compact, whatever, first. And then go back and use a wrench socket. I'm bad with names, have y'all noticed that? I might even Google search, put y'all on pause. Google search what the foot pound. I do have a torque wrench. I don't want to bend this pan up, so yeah, I don't know. I'll just trust my own judgment. It'll be fine. I used all the bolts on this side, on that side. You reaching across. And I get this thing good and greasy and dirty, but I'm gonna clean it all up for him. Oh, I'm gonna paint, put that. I have to put some high heat, I'm gonna put a high heat gray base coat because the blue that I'm using calls for a chrome, but I don't know if there's a chrome high heat, so I'm just gonna use, I think it's silver. But it's still gonna pull that blue out in the paint, so I've used it before, both of them. I believe it's, oh, the big one goes over here. Oh shit. I'm not sure. Oh shit, I'm missing 3 bolts. There's one. I'm just getting the loose filling out of the bolts. And like I said, I'm not driving these all the way down right now. I just needed to come in contact with that pan. And then I'll take my wrench, socket, whatever you want to call it, and tighten them down by hand. You can't feel it, the pressure or the tightness through these impacts, so that's why I'm not going to mess with it too much. some of that, let me get the name right, y'all. RTV. Try squeezing out, so I guess it's the OCD in me again, but your neighborhood mechanic would have just left it. And I'm going for good work. Looks. Now I'm gonna clean this up because it's got my fingerprints all on it. Or from where I had a panic attack. And cover it up. And then I'm gonna start putting my base coat down. All right, y'all. Y'all need to see me clean this. Y'all see me grind on it, clean on it. I'm going to clean it up again. Make sure I'm doing the right thing before I add my first. I haven't told y'all this, but on wrong way. On this harmonic balancer, the blue that I put on, I had added adhesive promoter on it. And you can take anything right now and scrape it. I've already tested. And not to mention, this is a piece that's not going to get seen that much. Once he puts the pulleys on it. Am I saying the right thing? I don't know, but once this gets attached, you might be able to look down into the engine once it's flipped around and see just the top of this. Like I said, I just wanted to play with that color because I am going to use it on my own car. I made a final decision. I ordered just a 32-ounce can of it to play with it. I asked the owner of this motor for his permission. He loves the blue. He wished I would have had more or knew about the color in time. I showed him that I was using it, but he had already had his mind set on the blue that I had already had in stock. So I told him I wanted to play with that color. He said, man, go ahead. I explained to him, nobody gonna ever see it. I mean, you might be able to see it looking down into the motor, but he likes it. He wish I had enough of it to finish his block, but that shit cost me like, I think like $35 shipped to the door just for a 32-ounce can of it, but it was worth it because I get to see what the color of my car is gonna be later. But anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know, because I'm probably not going to show that. I'm going to clean this motor up, degrease it one more time, give it what I call a degreaser bath, acetone the shit out of it, and then I'll probably cut y'all on after that part and put that first layer of the base coat, which is just a high heat silver, before I put the blue on it. So I'll cut y'all back on after I get this thing cleaned up.